Hello my sweeties and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the movies that got me into horror. Let's get into it. So I got this idea from my good friend Michael over on Video Creep Reviews. I just want to say thanks for the idea for a video. We're just going to be talking about the movies that basically got me into this genre. First movie we are going to be talking about is Carrie. This is the original Carrie from 1976. This movie is a movie that I watched super young. So young that I was very, very scared. I remember just feeling scared in my entire body and being maybe 7 years old or 6 years old, and I was terrified. Just remember this scene where she gets the blood on her and then there's all this crazy music, and every time she looks at someone to kill them, there's that noise and it's really intense. That used to scare the shit out of me. The second one I want to talk about is Rosemary's Baby. I talk about this movie a lot. This is actually a movie that is one of my favorite movies of all time. I also watched this movie at a really young age because my mom actually, she used to love this movie, but it definitely scared her, but she wanted to show me for some reason. But we watched it together and I remember the whole twist and everything. I was shook. I didn't see it coming. I was again, men are trash. The third one is definitely going to be Child's Play, and I am only talking about the original. This is another movie I watched as a child that, oh my gosh, I was so scared. Actually, I have a funny story about that. So, when I was a child, my favorite character on Rugrats was Chucky, and I remember I asked my aunt for Christmas, I wanted the Rugrats Chucky movie, because he had his own movie or something, and he was my favorite, and I just wanted this movie really bad. And so my aunt was like, okay, and I remember she bought me a VHS and I put it in. I started watching it. I was home in my room, and as I was watching it, the first moment where we see Chucky and he kills someone, I literally started screaming and crying, and then I didn't know how to turn off the DVD player, and I was just a little kid crying and screaming. And I remember putting the blanket over my head, just screaming. And my aunt had no idea. She was convinced that she bought me the Chucky Rugrats movie, but indeed no, it was Child's Play. So yeah, this movie has a special place in my heart. The little kid that plays Andy Barkley, so good. Number 4 is definitely going to be Halloween, and this movie, I mean, it was always on TV, so somehow I ended up watching it on AMC, I think, or one of those channels. And I remember it was just something that everybody in my house would watch, so it just it became a part of me, and now it's part of my personality. Number 5 is going to be Alice, Sweet Alice. This film I actually watched because it was a part of my mom's VHS collection, and she let me have it. Alice, Sweet Alice, if you haven't seen it, I believe that it is free to stream on Amazon Prime. So you should definitely check it out if you haven't. It's a really good old school slasher flick. It's really cool. Number 6 is going to be A Nightmare on Elm Street. Of course. If this wasn't on my list, I think it would be pretty problematic. This is a quintessential film that everybody has had to have watched. It's a must-see, a classic slasher flick. Number 7 is going to be Halloween 4. This, oh my gosh. This movie, I have very specific memories of watching this movie, from a young age. And then, it even following into, my adulthood. I watch this movie every year around Halloween. This is one of my favorite movies. Part 4, I feel like, is one of the most intense ones out of the series. I don't know if it's just like Danielle Harris, like little girl crying, giving her best performance ever, or what, but I love this one. This one is so fun and like genuinely scary, like terrifying. Number 8 is going to be An American Haunting. This film, I believe, is from the early 2000s, I think 2005. And oh my God, when I first watched this was terrifying. But I loved this movie. Of course, like, Sissy Spacek is in it. Like, oh my gosh, this movie is, I don't know if it holds up today because I haven't seen it in so long, but I remember it was great. It was like terrifying back then. I don't know, just my opinion, but I remember watching this film with my dad and also being terrified. Like, there's just nothing else to it. I love this film. Great movie. Number 9 is going to be another slasher classic, and that is, if you haven't guessed, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh my God, gold. What do you even say? Just gold. Leatherface. Everything about this film is amazing. This film is literally, till this day, still terrifying. I think it is one of the scariest movies that's ever been made. Listen, her running away in like fucking Hickville, like away from these crazy people, that shit is real. And that's why it's scary. I have been scared to end up in any place I don't know, and just that shit happened to me, or even worse. Number 10, that is The Shining from Stanley Kubrick. This film has been a part of my life for, oh my God, I feel like since I was born. This is my dad's favorite movie, so I was exposed to The Shining again at a very young age, and I feel like this is one of those movies that I watched young and I really liked, but it wasn't until I got older that I could really appreciate like the masterpiece that it is. Just like the whole, like, it's just beautiful. Like, it's such a beautiful film, and it's so intense, and it's so well acted, and literally Shelley Duvall is one of my favorite people in the world. Like, I love her. I hate what she went through on the set of this film, but damn, my girl killed that. She gave a performance I'm never gonna forget, along with Jack Nicholson, of course. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that stuff. It really helps me out, and I would love for you to be here and talk more spooky stuff with me. Let me know in a comment down below, what are some movies that got you into the genre, some movies that are a part of your horror collection. I love to talk about it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.